Today is the first day of Kwanzaa. Folks in Wilmington starting the week-long holiday with a celebration at St. Mark's Episcopal Church that's on Grace Street in Wilmington. This holiday celebrates African American culture and unity. It was founded back in 1966 by an activist and professor. His goal was to inspire people of color to connect to their African heritage and build toward working stronger communities. Organizers of the celebration say it's not just for people of color, but it's important for all people to come together.
Kwanzaa is a celebration that's celebrating family, community, and culture. And we invite everyone to come out because that's what it's about. It's about making that exchange.
Kwanzaa focuses on a number of principles, including unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. Kwanzaa lasts 7 days and will finish on January 1st.